Hey, my Sagittarius babies, how you doing? Happy month of October to you. It has been a while since I have read for you guys. I have been busy doing personal readings, who knew? At any rate, I'm glad to be here. Glad you're here. Some housekeeping. Thank you to all of you that have liked, shared, and subscribed for the month of October. I'm doing $20 personal readings. Don't have to be a subscriber. What else is going on? What's going on with you, Sagittarius? What's going on with you? This is going to be your monthly reading. So we're going to run mid-October to mid-November. We'll do 4 rows of 3, 2 for overall energy, and I will let the oracle cards fall where they will, Going to be an enhanced reading using 2 decks. Simply Deep Tarot and John Holland's Psychic Oracle Tarot deck. And y'all are kind of all over the place, Sagittarius. What's going on with you? Kind of the fanning the flames in every direction, if you will. A reminder that I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. So I'm getting kind of a mix of energy from y'all. But it feels like you got a lot of things going on in your head. So let's see from the bottom of the deck for your overall energy. The front end of that, temptation. The back end or the bottom end of your overall energy, the shadow card. So for week 1, which we'll say is this coming week, we'll start there. Rejoice in celebration. Intuition. And firm foundation. For the second week, memories of love. Movement, choices, and decisions. Stand your ground. Third week, mental conflict. Wisdom. Choose wisely. And for the 4th week, let's see, we can get all this on here without anything hanging off the table. 4th week, authority, truth, and discontent and boredom. From the bottom of this deck, overall energy, temptation card is pulling the judgment. Shadow is pulling the 9 of cups. Rejoice in celebration, 2 of wands. Intuition, king of cups. Firm foundation, 9 of wands. Memories of love, the hermit. Movement, choices, and decisions. Princess of cups, Stand your ground, the moon card. Mental conflict, 10 of coin. Wisdom, 3 of cups. Choose wisely, king of swords. 4th week, authority. It's pulling the knight of wands. Truth, the queen of swords. Discontent and boredom, the 5 of swords. So let's see what we got going on, my dear Sagittarius. So your overall energy up here with the temptation and the judgment card, it's telling me that a lot of you are in decision-making mode right now. You got a lot of things going on, but particularly for a lot of you, this is about your home base. And it's resonating. I'm getting a couple things ping-ponging around. Divorce, separation. For others of you, it's about your kids leaving. So it's that leaving energy. Some of it's final, and others it's just kind of roaming around. But it's you making decisions about letting things go. But you got the temptation of hanging on to some shit just because you want to hang on to it. Because you don't want to move forward. You don't want to do anything because you're comfortable where you are, even though you know you need to move forward. The back end of your overall energy. You can see where you can be successful. You can see it. You can literally put your finger on it and go, woo, 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 woo. But you're dealing with demons. Shadow card. You're really trying to fight off some serious demons. A lot of you have a fear of being alone. Some of you have a fear of being with the wrong person. Others of you still have a fear of being in a situation that you just cannot see yourself getting out of. You just can't, even though you know it is the pits, it sucks, some other shit. And this is really what's preventing you from having any kind of victory and success. This is the bottom end of your overall energy. This is that shit you know you need to deal with so you can get here, but you just, and it's coming up, it's bubbling up now because you're getting into new cycles. I'm going to say most of the zodiac signs, if not all of them, are just entering a new cycle. It's a new phase. You got new planetary energy at play in different places now. And so it's about changing. And a lot of you don't want to change. You don't want to, y'all just kind of, this is what I'm doing, this is what I want to do. But the issue here, just looking at what's on the board, is that whomever you're dealing with is moving forward. And so you're kind of feeling almost stuck. Let's start from the beginning with the 10 of Wands, or the 2 of Wands on top of the rejoicing celebration. A lot of you are going back to the drawing board and trying to go back to school. There's a lot of energy here with a lot of different things on top of what's romantic. On top of all of that, you try to go back to the drawing board, reinvent yourself. And so you're trying to come at this from a point of positive energy, let's just say that. And you're trying to celebrate whatever step up you're trying to manifest. You can have all the goodies, but here's the thing, you got to follow your intuition to get to it. You come back here, you want that rejoicing celebration from something that you've manifested. So for example, you want another relationship, you got to go back and manifest that. You want to do that, but are you following your intuition, Sagittarius? Or are you just sitting in your emotions, come on now, and just not doing anything but up in your head, which is unusual for Sagittarius because you are a fire sign. But fire signs are not known to just be sitting around. But I get this energy that a lot of y'all are just in the water. Y'all are just emotional about all of it. And it's kind of got you, I think I said this a few minutes ago, it's kind of got you stuck. You just don't know which way to go. It's not there for you. It's not there for you. At the end of this first week, with the 9 of Wands on top of the firm foundation, obviously this is your energy. That red, trying to maintain that firm foundation. But this is you too. And not, it's almost like you're over exaggerating. You're not just exaggerating, you're over exaggerating what's really going on, which has got you in this whole thing of being afraid to move forward. As you get into the second week with the Hermit card on top of the memories of love, for those of you that are struggling with relationships, this is right where you are. You're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. This used to be a good relationship. This used to be somebody I could trust or have fun with. This used to be, a lot of used to be's in there. Got you with your little light in your hand and your staff, trying to figure some shit out. And this is not bad energy. That it's a major card. Some of the thoughts, some of the ideas, some of the feelings, beliefs, philosophies, if you will, that you come up with while you're in this mode. Go back to that overall energy. It's going to help you make good judgments about things going on in your life and not have you so much on the threshold of temptation of just saying, fuck it, I'm not going to do nothing. So as you get into, which will technically be about the end of this month or approaching the end, the third or not quite the fourth week of this month, just taking a step back, going into hermit mode and really considering What is it that you want out of your love life? Because you know what you're doing is not working. Because it's got you in that stuck energy. What you doing? Take that time to get into this mode, so you can get some clarity about what you need to do. I think a lot of you don't have any clarity right now because you've not taken any time for yourself. To think about what's going on. As you get into that, to that energy, look at there, movement, choices, and decisions. That's what you're trying to get to. So spending some downtime is going to help you do this, but what's going to help more is maintaining some emotional distance. If you know your relationship in the next year is going to be headed for the skids, what are you waiting on? What the hell are you waiting on? Do you have so much of your emotional self tied up into this that you can't make the decision to pull away from it? Or, on the other side of that, are you just in it emotionally and you really aren't doing anything productive because everything is an emotional roller coaster? This is about keeping some emotional distance between you and your situation so you can get to some movement, make some choices, and some decisions. At the end of this, and that you got the shadow card. Where is that? Ooh, I just saw it. Where'd it go? Up here in your overall energy, underneath that 9 of Cups. There it is. There it is. And this is not the other person cheating, unfaithful shit. This is about you digging in, dealing with your emotions. There's a lot of emotional shit here. You dealing with how you feel about things. You dealing with how you process those feelings. The way you're doing it now, helping you to remain stuck in your current situation. You're going to have to deal with the dark side. I know a lot of y'all don't want to. You'd rather be doing something fun, hanging out, whatever. But not dealing with your situation is not going to make it better. You're going to have to deal with the demons. And not anybody else's but your own. You start dealing with your own demons, the rest of everything will work itself out. That's the energy that's coming back. At the heart of that, it's about standing your ground and taking responsibility for what's yours and leaving the rest of this shit on the plate for somebody else to take responsibility for. I'm just saying. Stand your ground, getting grounded in your truth so you can deal with whatever shadow you have. Third week, mental conflict with the 10 of Coins. In good energy, this is about friends and friends coming and doing shit, whatever. But here, it's about the conflict that you're having about maybe leaving some of these people behind. And, I mean, look at the card. These are people that you have fun with. These are people that may be abundant in some way, not necessarily financially, but just these are the people you want to hang out with. That's the energy coming back out. And it's all around good time, folk. You know, at the park, barbecuing, doing their damn thing. You may have to, in this process of thinking about what you need to do, in the overall energy about judgment and making some kind of decision. Mental conflict, you may have to cut some of this good shit out. Just saying, because if the people that are doing this, if they're just helping you to cover up your situation, in its upright position, it's about people bringing gifts, friends bringing gifts, and they wrote it on there. The energy that's coming back off of this is about those same friends, but they're helping you to mask whatever pain you're in. And at the end of it, you're so tired, you're so drunk. Come on now. You're so wore out because you party so hard, you're not dealing with anything. You're not dealing with your demons. You're not dealing with your partnership. You're not dealing with anything. That in turn is causing mental conflict. Because when you get done with this don't last forever. 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights. Then what? It's that mental conflict that you have to deal with. Why do I keep covering this up? How come I'm not dealing with this? This is going to be ping-ponging around in your head for most of the month. Not just the end of it, but for a good chunk of the month. With the 3 of Cups on top of the Wisdom, it's about knowing what associations it's just movement from this energy to this, knowing what associations, the Three of Cups, it's emotional shit, are good and which ones are bad. Hence the wisdom card. Judgment. And this is sitting underneath. These two is no mistake. 2 cups. It's about the wisdom, knowing, are these the kind of people I really need to be around? Are they nurturing me? Are they supporting me? And every friendship, every relationship, even every family relationship, they change and they don't always stay the same. People you were close to at one point, you may not be close to at another point. People come in and out of our lives for a reason. And so a lot of times when you don't want to deal with your own pain, you're going to kind of have a tendency to focus on, you know, what everybody else is doing. Here we come back to the 10 of coin over here. You know, everybody partying. I want to go get in on a good time too. Are these people helping you? Are they helping you? Are they helping you to stay where you are stuck? Or are they pulling you out? And that's that wisdom, knowing who is and who isn't. At the end of that 3rd week, to choose wisely. We're still talking about the same thing. And you getting down to the business of taking care of yourself. Come on, firm foundation. Over-exaggerating the whole situation. Just blowing it way out of proportion. Not dealing with them demons in the shadow, in the dark. And this is major. This is a major card, so it's got major implications in terms of how you're dealing with shit. Are you dealing with your fears? You're afraid to leave a bad situation, but are you dealing with why you're afraid to leave that bad situation? Is it a point of, I don't make enough money? That's an example. Okay, so what are you doing to start making some more money? Do you need to get another job? Is there something you can get, a certification, go back to school, that'll help pull you up out of that situation? Dealing with your demons and your fears, getting back to the business of what you need to be doing for yourself. And this is emotion. This is not emotion. This is mental energy. This is air energy. This is Gemini energy right here. All up in your face. Just the duality. Come on now. Let me quit playing. Where is the shadow? The duality, dealing with the duality. This is coming back strong Gemini energy. Dealing with the duality of who you are. Getting back to business so you can choose wisely. So this is going to be a process all month about how you're processing things, how you're emotionally processing things. Are you taking a step back and not as close as you should be? And not as close as you should be. Not what I mean. Are you taking a step back as you should be to not be so close, so emotionally tied up into something that is not benefiting you and it's not helping you move forward? Getting back to basics and getting back to business and cutting some of that emotional stuff off and getting a little more organized in your thinking and how you want to approach dealing with however this is resonating with you. For some of you, this is not even about a romantic relationship. This may be about a family situation that you know you are enabling other people to do dumb shit. And it's time now for you not to be tempted to continue to do the same thing, but to make some judgments. And if you are enabling somebody in your family, and somebody was telling me about this the other day, somebody in their family is paying for their siblings' ticket to go somewhere, do something, and you know, the other sibling is asking, you know, why do you keep paying for this person? Why don't you make them, they got a job, why don't you make them? And dealing with that kind of dynamic in a family situation, you don't always see a point where you need to step back or where you may need to create some emotional distance between you and your family member. Same energy here. Get back to business. Cutting some of this bullshit off. Dealing with some of your shit, your dark shit. You know, why are you enabling your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad, whoever it is? And it's helping keep you stuck. You can't help yourself if you're helping everybody else. And if you can't help yourself, how can you help anybody else? I'm just saying. Excuse me. When we get to the end of the month, which will be about mid-November, it's about staying present in the moment, because you are going to need to be the authority of your shit. And if you are off belly aching and whining in the future, or way in the past somewhere dealing with some dumb shit, you are going to miss some opportunities that may help pull you out of the situation that you're in. I'm not saying this is going to be the cure-all pill. Ooh, now do this and then nope. But this, whatever kind of opportunity that may be presented, could very well be a stepping stone to helping you move forward. Staying spontaneous and in the moment. Once you get towards the middle of next month, you're going to have to clear some of these cobwebs now so you can be here then, so you don't miss that opportunity. And you need to present yourself as the authority on whatever it is. You got to be in the moment. You have to be in the moment. The Queen, this bitch, on top of the truth, which you want me to tell you. This is where you should be beginning. We have her husband here. When he enters the picture, of course, she's not far to follow. At the end of this month, as you get into, will actually be mid-month next month, mid-month November, you should be beginning to see the outline of how you want things to go, setting and establishing boundaries. I need to get away from this situation, so now I'm no longer going to do this, and sticking to it and letting whoever know this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to get myself together, and this is how we're going to roll with this, and standing up in your damn truth. I'm just saying, and telling it, and telling the truth, telling people how you feel, and not covering up, whether it's a husband, a lover, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, however, sibling, whoever, but telling the truth about the situation and getting out from behind, you see them curtains and chains and shit, getting out from under all of that and telling the damn truth. I don't like her. I never have. She's just a cold bitch. But that's that energy you need to have to deal with whatever enabling situation. And it could be it might be your kids. Who knows? However it's resonating with you, kids do the same thing. They're wrong, but they still want to come back to mommy and daddy. Can I have this? Can I get that? Can I do? No, I'm done. Can't help you. You're old enough. You have a job. If you don't, you need to get one. So you can begin, once again, to get back to business. So you can make some better choices for yourself. At the end of this, with the Five of Swords on top of the discontent and boredom, don't get into any kind of unhealthy behaviors with somebody. I'm going to say that again. Don't get into any kind of unhealthy behaviors. The tendency when you're trying to get yourself together and you hit that first bump, it's going to happen. The first time you tell, this is the example, the first time you tell your cousin, I ain't helping you no more. Every time something happens to you, you call me. Why don't you call somebody else? First time you do that, you know, they're going to lose their mind. What you mean? You're not helping me. You've been helping me. How come? Okay. Not getting into any unhealthy behavior cycles. Okay, I'm going to fight you and beat you up, and I'm going to take a break, and then you can fight me and beat me up, and then you take a break. And then I'm going to fight you and take a break, and then stop. Just stop. And if this were the reverse, that's the energy that's coming, the unhealthy shit. Getting into these cycles that become major cards, major arcana. Now you got karmic shit to deal with. Don't start getting in. Break those cycles. Break those unhealthy behaviors. I'm just saying. Discontent and boredom. Breaking those unhealthy behaviors. You should not be discontent. You should not be bored. You should be working on you. But when you start engaging in this bullshit, You're discontent. You're not happy. Because nobody's winning here. I'm just saying. So, we back up a card. Just getting frosty and getting about your business. I know this is not like fire signs. Y'all like to warm fuzzies, and y'all like to be in the mix of shit and dealing with it and rolling through it and just, let the fireball go. It's time just to take a break, step back, so you can begin to get yourself out of whatever emotional rut that you're in, so you can begin to move forward. You are in a new cycle. You definitely are getting ready to roll up on a brand new year, which is also another new cycle. Even though that's the man-made cycle, it's still a cycle. And dealing with new things. And when you deal with new things, you expand your horizons. But as I look at all of this, I don't see a lot of horizons. I see a lot of other stuff. So, if I wanted to say what the challenge would be for the next month, it'd be about getting some of that emotional distance, so you can start making some movement, making some decisions and some choices about what's good for you. Not everybody else, but what's good for you. That would be what I would consider your challenge for the next month. Creating some emotional distance between you and whoever it is, your lover, your spouse, like I said, your sister, your brother, your friend, whoever. And beginning to look at the situation so you can dig a little deeper. Get to that dark side. Deal with that other person standing behind you. You heard me. Y'all hear me. So you can be successful. You want to be successful. I feel that. But circumstances just got y'all in this where you don't feel like you're moving forward. Now is the time to start getting yourself together so you can move forward. Let's see what the Oracle cards have. Accept the gifts of the universe. It's not personal. Hello. Clear the path. Be generous. Call on your healer guides. Let's start on the healer guides. Some of y'all need some healing because you've been dealing with an emotional hot wreck mess. Call on your healer guides so you can get some of that inside stuff settled down, not be so anxious. It's about meditation and reaching out to your angels or your fairies or the great pumpkin or whatever, so you can be happy and settled and rooted and content like you want to be. Accept the gifts of the universe. A lot of you may be overlooking things that can help move you forward and get you out of the situation that you're in because you're taking a lot of stuff for granted. Look at what you have and accept the gifts of the universe. Because a lot of things that you may be around will be the very things that can help move you forward. But you got to be accepting of the gifts of the universe. Work that out. Work that out. It's not personal. Boom. It's not personal. Creating that emotional distance. It's not personal. It's really not. Even if you're mad at your partner and you know you need to get out of this situation, it shouldn't be personal at this point. Yes, you hurt. Yes, you got some emotional stuff going on. But the bigger issue is you moving forward. That's not personal. Anybody that doesn't want to see you move forward, that should be more reason you are. Just know it's not personal. We all go through this. It's not personal. Start creating some of that emotional distance so it can be not personal. I'm just saying. Clear the path. Get rid of folks that are not serving your greater good. I've been saying that for the last 2 months to everybody. Get rid of people that are not serving your greater good. Clear the path. Get away from the dum-dums and the dodos and clear your own path. You can't move forward if you just got folks in the way. Clear your path. Be generous. And this has been coming up in a lot of readings. Be generous. No matter what's going on, it never hurts for you to give back because it'll always come back to you tenfold. Sagittarius, I'm going to leave your reading there. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of the month, a good Halloween, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.